Hello, welcome to Cake Island Mermaids. This is a work in progress. I'm showing it to you because I've had a request. Somebody would like to see my mermaids swimming around in Cake Island. As usual, when I open a game, it's dark, middle of the night. I'll show you first the house. Now, all of this can change. I've given them a big pool on the surface. They're on a 60 by 60 lot. The buildings on the top, two of them are just entrances to below, and one of them was just to store their climatron and miner. Now this is the top level where their bathrooms and bedrooms are, and their living quarters generally, and that is the pool from above. It protrudes down into the first basement, and you can see how I've put steps going down as well as the central circular staircase which comes down from the round building near the front of the lot. I've got those little square or little rooms where I can lock the doors to keep the paparazzi out of the main house. And I've just decorated them randomly. That big 10 by 10 square that I've got going through the whole basement is for their group science project. I brought most of this extra stuff with them from the Isla Paradiso's Skylight house where they were originally. And this is their garden which they're going to be planting. They've already started planting it. They're obviously not going to have time to water it themselves. I'm going to hire gardeners using a gardening mod. Now, they were getting flaky from the sun up top, so I'll put another much bigger pool down below. And I've got fish spawners in there, saltwater fish spawners, which I'm going to get rid of because the fish don't swim around and they can't catch them, so they're just a bit silly. I've put coral in there, and I'm not going to light this pool because it's so dark and mysterious. I'll show you the mermaids swimming around in it shortly. All of that coral and stuff outside is just meant for decor, and I'll probably get rid of a lot of it that was just dumped there at this point, so I could see what the effect might be. That sim that's doing some gardening, he is Jim, and he's one of my sims that I made back in about 2010. I don't think I've even given him a CC skin yet, so he's just as he was. As pure EA sim with no custom content on him at all. I like to add my old sims in. I haven't used him for at least probably since about 2010 or 2011. Now you'll see lots of strange things that I've just dumped into the game. That spirally thing, there's a magic thing that I haven't used before. A lot of it will probably get deleted, other stuff added in. I told them all to go swimming, and for some reason they decided they all wanted to use the slide. I thought you'd like to see them swimming around in this pool. It's always going to be dark in this pool. This is on the second bottom basement. The garden is in the bottom level, and all of those plants that you can see through the windows, they're all on the bottom basement. But the slide is on the second bottom basement, and that's where the mermaids have to go to get into their pool. So here's a place that they can swim without getting flaky because of the sun, but they still need to swim in salt water. So I had to bite the bullet and build them the dive lot, which you'll see next after you've just seen them swimming around in this pool for a bit. There's going to be more lights and more coloured lights in it, but not to light it up, just to give it more interesting effects. I might put coloured lights above some of the corals or something like that. Those lights you get from Debug that are different colours, which is what I've already got along the wall outside. Here we've got a couple of them are going to do a dive, hold a nose and jump in, and the other one's going to do a bit of a belly flop, I think. And then we will be off to the dive lot. By the time they get to the dive lot, it's actually starting to get daylight outside, but it's still pretty dark down there. But even the dive lot needs work. This is just my first go through it. As you can see, there's colourful lights just outside there in that bottom level where those other plants are. They're not as brightly colourful as the ones inside the pool are because there's other lights out there as well. It was Triton King. I picked up the 4 mermaids that come with Isla Paradiso and brought them with them as well. And I added 4 humans. I think it was 4 humans. Yeah, there was 2 female Sims that I made ages ago, like last year or the year before, and I hardly ever have used them. And I wanted to have a go with them. They're here as humans. Here's the mermaids heading off to the dive lot. Yeah, I've got the 2 of them that were female humans, and then I added their butler that they hired in Isla Paradiso. He's the one in the top hat. I added him to the game. So they arrived at the dive lot, but they want to go home as soon as they get there. Never seen a group of mermaids so keen to not dive. I had to battle with them for quite some time, so I've cut a heap out of here. I did finally get them to go down. You see them jumping up in the air there? I've got to try to fix that. It's with the wets as they go over the boundary between the dive lot and the outside terrain. I do have instructions I wrote back in 2013, which I've got to try to follow, but I think it'll take me quite a while to fix that problem. So here they are down. It is the dive lot that I made. It's still under construction. I've got a spawner down here that spawns undersea life that you can't catch. I think I'll get rid of that for a start, because all these, not all of them, but a lot of the fish you see swimming around can't be clicked on. And that's a bit annoying if you're down there wanting to send your mermaids fishing. And I'll have to move things around a bit. But here they are. This is my dive lot that's currently under construction. But it's almost there. Found a seahorse that I got not Ella, Estelle, her name is as a mermaid. She was Ella, one of my 2009 made Sims that I turned into a mermaid and put some CC on her and lightened a lipstick. Otherwise it's the same Sim as I made back in 2009. Used to love playing with her, haven't played with her for years. She's even still got a base game hair that I gave her originally. She got herself a diving gnome out of this one. A few things, actually that box was full of treasure. She got 5,000 simoleons, a large crystal ball cut rainbow gem, a large plutonium ingot, emerald, Mr. Mariner magic gnome, a ruby, and a yellow sapphire. Those large ingot and rainbow gem, they're the size that you get when you use the Cartus display case to transmute your metals and gems in from World Adventures. So they're big and they're worth more than the usual sized gems. She's just going around. I've got spawners in here for fish, under all sorts of undersea life, as well as for the shells. And when you've got a shell spawner, they will sometimes spawn the magic gnome, and they'll also spawn the bottles. It's a shell and bottle spawner. And if you've got a collection helper, the shells, the magic gnomes, and the bottles all show up under the seashells choice from the collection helper. The shark spawners down here. It's that raked sand and the edges, that's the default sand, so it's not part of the lot. I ended up painting the entire lot with a different type of sand because I didn't think that raked sand was really good on the bottom of the ocean, although I've missed a few bits here and there. I'll get to them. The hardest part, I think, of the whole thing was painting the ocean floor. I just tried to find a sand that was close to the colour of the raked sand, and there wasn't anything that was exactly the same. There's fog emitters down here as well. There are a few of them. There's those minnows that you see swimming around. That's a fog emitter. And also the rays of light that are coming down from above. That's another fog emitter. and there's some others that give special effects for the sea life. And there's also as I think I've already said, a spawner that will spawn non-catchable sea life, and I think I'll get rid of that spawner. I don't really want fish that look like they should be able to be caught, and then I find I can't catch them. It makes me think initially that the game is glitched or something, but it isn't. It's just that there is a spawner that spawns the catchable fish, but the fish are not catchable. So when you click on them, it's just like the mouse is clicking nothing. So I don't like that, so I'll take that spawner out. So she's got another little treasure chest there. I don't think she got much out of that one. Even if she finds a message, there's a bottle there, even if she finds a message in the bottle that would, the special message that would find a hidden island, it won't get her anywhere because I haven't put any hidden islands in this world and I'm not going to. I tried adding a second dive lot, but I couldn't do it, so maybe I won't be able to do that. But there are 2 dive caves in this lot. But they've got one. It'll just help them because they need to swim in seawater because they get a negative moodlet. Anyway, that's about it. I think I've told you all I can. It's work under construction, and I managed to get them all down there in the end, I think. Even they're still under construction. I'm still playing with their tails. I did finally get rid of their sunglasses. So that's it. Bye bye for now, and happy simming. And thank you for watching.